Hello everyone, I'm sure you've been well. In this episode, I'm going to show you how I went from this to this. I recently finished a photo series, and a lot of the feedback and questions that I got around the images were about my post-editing process. So for this episode, I'll take you through my two phases, where one is the retouching phase and second, the grading phase. So let's get into it. Right, so the first thing I do once the image is in Photoshop is bump up the exposure so I can see the details. And then I look at the overall image just to see which areas could be fixed. So there's one here, just a little spot. Yeah, probably just under the neck. There's a slight color difference, and the same under the eyes and on the side of the face. So that's basically it. I try and keep everything as close to the original as possible. So the next thing I do is use the frequency separation technique, and I use the retouching panels to create two separate layers. The first layer is where all the details sit, and the second layer is where all the colors sit. Using the clone stamp tool, I'll get rid of the spot on the jacket, and in the detail layer, I'll add some texture to the face. And in the color layer, using a soft brush, I can gently brush in shades of the color from the skin to take care of the color differences. And there you have it. You can see the difference this slight adjustment makes. The other little tweaks that I'll do is brighten up the eyes very slightly and desaturate the colors to remove the redness from the image. As much as I pay a lot of attention to makeup, wardrobe, the set design, the overall concept, the posing, and even the lighting, there's another layer of creativity that's just unleashed in the editing process. And I absolutely love this phase because it allows you to explore and take the image in different directions creatively. Let's get back into it. I wanted to give the images from this series a very serious and moody look. So using some color theory, I knew I wanted dark shades of blue and magenta in the shadows and yellow in the skin tones. One of my favorite plugins to use is the Infinite Color panel, and all I have to do is keep clicking the Create button until I hit the sweet spot. Next, I sharpen the full image and drop in a digital signature that I created to make the portrait a little more personal. So that's it for my process. If you want to see the other images from this series, the link is in the description below. I really hope that you found this episode insightful and that you've picked a few things along the way. Until the next one, stay golden.